Mississippi State about to put it away as we start the festivities. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Arkansas's offense will go on the attack first. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over, he got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often, they hit him early, they got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down, he started floating the ball over the middle of the field and putting it into trouble and got picked off. So it's important in this one, David. Up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet to get into a rhythm.
The best quarterbacks in the history of the game, when you continue to hit them, they become very human, and they start to rush their thought process. So he got hit early, and he got hit often last week, and that's why they lost. Position 1, objective number 1 today. Protect him, keep him upright, let him get some confidence.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Makes the catch. It's Pratt. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30.
Well, that was a dart right there. He's going to give Arkansas a chance because in the old days in the SEC, you had to run the football if you were going to win championships. Today, you better be able to get it done through the air. When you think of all the great plays.
There's a live football. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Fumbles are great when you force them, and you're always thinking about as a defensive player. But, man, when the weather conditions start to come down, it starts to rain, and you know that ball's a little bit slick, and you know more runs are coming, you really try to get to that football. Nice job getting the football out, falling on top of it, forcing the turnover.
Taylor wants to throw. Back open in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Finds his man. It's Coleman. Gets it inside the 10. Out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. Mississippi State lines up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do.Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting him get outside, making the big tackle.
They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive, David. They got to kind of get back to doing what they do.
Yeah, and hold on to the football. I mean, defense just did their job. Stopped them, held them to a field goal, limited the damage. Now it's time for the offense to get the momentum going again.
Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Reads it, fires complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. There's the pressure. Got his man. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Runs through a tackle. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Razorbacks moving quickly to the line.
And a lot of times when you're in your own territory and it's 4th and 1, you see the offense try to draw people off sides. No, sir. They say, we're going to get this thing. We need 1 yard. We got 1 yard. We worked on it all week. They were successful. Nice aggressiveness early in their own territory.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. On the run, it's Voorhees. Runs through another guy. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Even dating to the days when they ran the option, Arkansas has always been built around the ground game.
It makes Jerry Jones happy. Noted Arkansas fan, always talking about the Hogs, his Hogs. And this team is always built on that physicality, built on that toughness.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Soften him up with a run and now to throw. Zings it complete to the right. There he goes. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Razorbacks getting set on 1st and 10. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Leaves it with the back. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They go right back to it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arkansas! They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just roared down, just grinded away at that defense.
It took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Florida sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the 4th quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in the swamp. That's how much they took that crowd out of it. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. A little bit of feeling each other out there, down 7-3 as they open this drive. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line.
And after having a nice game like that on 1st down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on 2nd down, on 3rd, you won't have that long to go.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And
man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the Bulldogs come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Fair catches signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. And the Razorbacks come to the line in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Takes the handoff. It's Voorhees. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Gives it on the option. Turning it on! And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Razorbacks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback. Just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Hard running there. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to be like, listen, O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
White wants to throw it. Out of the backfield, he's open. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. We put 1 in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Working the middle, it's complete. They'll pick up enough yardage for the 1st down. They got it at the 30. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up the 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Caught behind the line. It's Voorhees. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
The Razorbacks decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, we're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just worked the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Quarterback on the keeper. He's in open space downfield. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Oh, he's got some space. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position. Way to stay ahead of the chains.
Trying play action. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Wide receivers, they might at least have a hint of deep in, right? Like they're always open, aren't they, according to them? And I tell you what, it's hard to be a quarterback because when they do throw that hand up there, you want to throw them the football. You want them to have confidence. You want to force feed them. You want them to really have that confidence at an all-time high. Sometimes you force them a little bit too much. The defense takes advantage like they did right there.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. White going to attack through the air. Makes the catch. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Razorbacks will hustle to the line. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Safe completion on the screen. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds.
We'll give the defense credit there on 3rd down. It almost looked like they were expecting the screen. They gave up a few yards, but not enough for a first down. Now they've got a chance to get off the field.
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Well, they just drained all of the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. A run to the right. Man, a defender missed. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Razorbacks. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. See what you hit what you see, bring your feet. Yeah, none of that happened.
Yeah, those are all great things to keep in mind, but you're also trying to tackle another grown man against his will and get him on the ground. And by the way, he wasn't happy.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. Auburn went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Tigers ever do that? Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll pull it down and run. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really...
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
Taylor wants to throw it, using his legs to buy some time. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. 3rd down, they got to get it to Neptune. He'll have to launch a rocket. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. They have just 3 measly points on the board, but trying to cobble a little something together here before halftime.
Yeah, make something happen. And listen, if I'm this defense, I want to keep them right where they're at. Done a great job all game keeping them in check. Don't let them get some cheap points going into the half, get momentum, and start feeling confident about themselves.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. There he goes. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. The Razorbacks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Defense in press coverage. Got room to work. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
Offense getting set for 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
And the Razorbacks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. White wants to throw it. Flips it out on the screen. Fighting off the defender. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Razorbacks will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really, really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Oh, they're after him. They've got the screen set up. Turning it on. Touchdown, Bulldogs. A great catch and run for 6.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
They're going to go ahead and go for 2 here and try to make it a field goal game. Trying to bully their way in. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. White going to attack through the air. Makes the grab down the middle. Gets it to the 37. Clock stops to move the chains. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. They'll give it to the back. Shakes off the defender.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Oh, it's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And I think this offensive coordinator is going to be frustrated with his quarterback. You got the lead. You want to get more points. You want to be aggressive, but you cannot put the ball in harm's way near midfield. Now you've given the defense a chance to now go score points and maybe take the lead in this football game.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. And with the ball in a spot like this, David, they might try to get something on the board before the break.
Oh, great opportunity to be aggressive. Find those couple plays you like. Push the ball down the field. At least try to get a field goal here, Palmer.
That's it, David. Just a couple of first downs here could be enough to steal 3 points before this half is over.
He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. Taylor wants to throw. Pocket breaking down. A strike downfield. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Balled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of a defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Fayetteville. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Razorback Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Razorbacks will kick it off to start the second half. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Taylor wants to throw it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Offense gets set for second down. They'll try the run. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Now on the option. And the ball is free on the pitch. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Hit as he throws. Got his man downfield. Turns it on down the left side. No one there to stop him, except the fellow in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. They thought they had the lead, and the flag breaks their heart, and now they'll have to try it again. Offense bringing in the big boys, heavy personnel. Off play action on first down. Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. Pulled down for the tackle. The Razorbacks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Off the play fake. That's reeled in. It's Rice. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
And the Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. White wants to throw it. Here's a heat. Trying to get rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also, because you're trailing in this game, and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Tulsa is getting whooped today, and at some point this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly, the answer today is a big fat no. They're trailing by 32 to Texas A&M. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. They get you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
The RPO, it's complete. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Getting up close to midfield. Gets it to the 48-yard line before being run out of bounds. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
These guys aren't human. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Good right down the boulevard. And we're locked up here in the 3rd.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Motion from the wide receiver. White going to attack through the air. Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The hand to the running back. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. The Razorbacks want to move quickly. Third down play from the gun. He'll off one deep down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. The give to the back. Can't get him to the ground. And he used that spin move to put him in the spin cycle and gain extra yardage.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Razorbacks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Gets the back moving. White wants to throw it. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown Razorbacks! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he was going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
I don't know if the quarterback's making the right decision on that RPO, guys. He might have wanted to hand that one off. Something he thought he saw in the right flat to attack, but obviously it wasn't there.
his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Still looking on the move. Quarterback gets the first down. Lowers those pads. They run him out of bounds after a gargantuan gain on the play.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
And the Bulldogs have it with a 1st and 10. Taylor wants to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that spin.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And this quarterback, man, you've seen him have some success, so you know he'll take off and run. The defense was ready, man. Nice job. This second half, this is a critical part of it. Don't let him beat you with his feet.
They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. And they'll move the chains with the first down, but that might be it for the 3rd quarter. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Taylor wants to throw it. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Missouri is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Florida Atlantic. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Quick completion on the out route. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. To the air on first down. Finds the tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Handoff from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The Razorbacks in the hurry-up. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. Oh, it's on the ground. High ball. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it. This offense had a really good opportunity here, and they just spit it up with the fumble.
And I'm so impressed with the defense. This has been a long, hard-fought type game. It's been physical. Guys are tired. But in this 2-minute situation, they're still out there. They're still pulling away at the football, trying to create opportunities for their offense to go win the game. Cannot be more impressed with this defense.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun, running back gets to give. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Rides to back and leaves it. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Mississippi State comes out after picking up the 1st down. Handoff from the gun. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Taylor wants to throw. Rushes on him. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the 1st down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll leave it with him. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. He'll go to the sneak.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game 4th and inches, and he'd signal in Red Snoopy. Quarterback sneak. It works every time.
moment coming here as they try to punch it in and quiet this crazy, raucous crowd. Taylor wants to throw it. Good job to get everything he could, then get down with the slide.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting in the fourth quarter, one-possession games, QB drops back and makes these first downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. Looking to throw. Pressure coming. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And this offense trying to be physical inside the 5-yard line. I get it, but I tell you what, Paulo, this quarterback has earned some trust from me with the day he's had.
Yeah, right now he's thinking, put the game in my hands. I'm playing well. I'm seeing the defense well. I see what they're doing from a coverage standpoint. Count on me to throw a touchdown here and help out our team.
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes, and the waiting moments, that could be a costly play.
Not a big surprise the offense is willing to let this guy do something. We've seen him make plays in this game with his legs. He already has a rushing touchdown. But give the defense credit here in the red zone, getting to him and bringing him to the ground. He's one of the fastest quarterbacks in all of college football. It's not an easy thing to do, so chalk that one up for the defense.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good. Easy call for the refs. Just over a minute to go. Drama is high, guys, to see if they can hold on to this lead.
Big-time kick late in the 4th quarter to take the lead. Now, not much time left. Defense has to be ready on the sideline, ready for the 2-minute drill, knowing exactly what you're doing to get one more stop.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on, be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
And the Razorbacks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. White going to attack through the air. He's taking a deep shot. And that one's incomplete. They were just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Plows through the defense. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late.
You know, I think there's a lot of people in the stadium that were wondering, why are they going for it on 4th and 1 in their own end of the field? But the gamble paid off.
He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. The give to the back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Finds his big tight end. Offense takes a timeout. 27 seconds left.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw.
And this offense has got to get something right. That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
They'll try to pick up a few here on 3rd down, but from here it would be a 60-yard attempt. White wants to throw it. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
It is yo time. What is in your bag? What is your play call? Going to be 4th down now. I have to have this. I'm trailing. This is what every quarterback dreamed about in their backyard, making that play in a big-time moment. It's go time.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of a season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets. And then if you're the team that got that ranked win, Jesse, you start to build your resume, start to build some momentum. So this squad got a good win today.
They sure did. They put the rest of college football on alert with that huge win. And for the team losing, they've now got to be able to turn the page. They got to go back, do some soul searching, because they're a much better team than what they showed today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.